Green's physique wasn't stuck because his arms were small. It was stuck because his neck was missing in action. He ground away at chest, back, shoulders, arms, and legs. Every one of them had a day on the calendar, but the neck, nowhere in the program. And here's the thing that finally got through to him. This one muscle can flip your entire physique. You've probably seen those comparisons. Thin neck versus thick neck. Same face, same body, but add a couple of inches to the neck and suddenly that person turns heads everywhere they go. And yet, Green would bet 90% of you never train it. You toss it in the same forgotten muscle bin as calves. Yeah, Yellow saw you skip calf day last week too. Why Green's neck stayed a twig? The truth is, your neck barely gets any work in daily life. If you don't train it directly, it just stays small. That was Green in one sentence. Bad posture, no aura, no presence, no power. A head balanced on a bendy straw. Red took one look and said, "Let me fix that." Because a thick neck is a genuine game changer. You don't just look stronger. You look like an absolute unit, more powerful, more athletic, even more attractive. But it's not only about looking like you eat dumbbells for breakfast. If you wake up every day with a stiff neck, or that nagging ache that makes you feel 20 years older, chances are you're weak. Lazy neck is quietly crying out for some training. Yellow explained why. Your neck is literally the base holding up your head. Strengthen it, and you can improve your posture, ease neck pain, and even cut down on some headaches. And if you're into boxing, martial arts, or football, you already know a thick neck is basically built-in armor. It keeps your head steady, acting like a shield. Meanwhile, the average gym bro flexes his chest, blasts his arms, and lets his neck sit there like a bendy straw holding up a bowling ball. Green knows that bro. Green was that bro. Here's the best part though, and the part that finally motivated Green. Your neck grows fast, precisely because it's not a muscle you accidentally train in daily life. The moment you start hitting it properly, it responds. This is one of those rare muscle groups where you can see wild gains in just a few months. And no, you don't need some medieval torture device to do it. Green will show you exactly how to build your neck at home with zero fancy equipment. And before you ask, no, not the neck bridge. That move can build a strong neck, but it's also like gambling with your spine. Even done right, over time it can wreck your neck for good. So we keep this safe, smart, and effective. Green has already made enough bad decisions for all of us. How the neck actually works. Before Green cranked out a single neck curl, Yellow made him understand how the neck actually works, because it isn't just there to stop your head from rolling off. It has three main jobs, and if you want it strong and functional, you train all three. First, forward flexion. The good old head nod driven by the sternocleidomastoids. Those are the thick, ropey muscles running from behind your ears down to your collarbone. Train these, and you get that instant neck thickness that makes your whole frame look stronger. Second, backward flexion. The look up at the ceiling move. Here your extensors and traps are the big players. With a squad of smaller stabilizers backing them up, they keep your posture locked in and your head steady when the load gets heavy. Third, lateral flexion and rotation. This is tilting your head to the side, or twisting it left and right to say no to cheat meals, which Green does constantly and still loses. These moves also hammer the sternocleidomastoids. But if you want a neck that's not just bigger, but actually balanced and functional, you can't skip any of them. So the plan hits all three with three types of work: curls, backward flexion, and rotation. Warm up first, or your neck will hate you. But before you touch any of that, don't skip the warm-up, or your neck will make you regret it. Your neck is packed with small, sensitive muscles. Dive straight into heavy flexions and extensions cold, and you're basically begging for trouble. Stiff neck, pulled muscles, maybe even a little dizzy or lightheaded mid-set. And nothing kills a session faster than your brain rage quitting. Green learned this the hard way, obviously. So start with 1 to 2 minutes of dynamic warm-up. Gentle nods, rotations, and tilts. Get the blood moving, wake the muscles up. Quick, simple, and it makes the whole session feel smoother. Exercise 1, the neck curl. Once you're warm, you kick off with the most basic but powerful move, the neck curl. Looks simple. Don't sleep on it. It's a powerhouse. Lie back on a flat bench with your shoulders on the edge and your head hanging free. From there, tuck your chin to your chest, then lower it back down under control. That's it. Clean, smooth, full range of motion. Start with no weight. Nail the movement first. This is the step Green skipped, which is why his first attempt looked less like training and more like a fish flopping on a bench. Once you can crank out solid reps without wobbling, then bring in the load. Add a plate to your forehead, but use padding, like a folded towel, so you're not crushing your own skull. Or better, use a dumbbell with a fat grip. It sits way nicer. Do 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. Once that feels easy, apply progressive overload just like any other lift. Add a little weight over time, but keep your form locked. Exercise 2, neck extensions. Next, the back of the neck with extensions. If curls give you that front thickness, these build the back end support, so your head doesn't flop around like a bobblehead. Which, again, was Green's default setting. Lie face down on a bench with your head hanging off the end. Place a plate on the back of your head and slowly lower it down to feel a full stretch. Then bring it back up until your head is neutral, and stop there. No snapping into hyperextension like you're trying to stare at the ceiling behind you. If you want to upgrade, grab a head harness, aka your personal machine of torture. Way better than balancing a plate. It keeps the resistance steady and lets you load much heavier. Same deal as before. 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. Start with no weight, own the form, then progressively overload. Exercise 3, rotation and lateral flexion. For the last exercise, start simple with neck rotation before you slap on any weight. Lie back on a mat, a bench, or even your bed, and slowly turn your head left and right. Green did this one on the couch. Green does most things on the couch. Once you're loosened up, level up with lateral flexion. This is where the gains get real, because you can actually load it. Lie sideways on a bench, a bed, or even the edge of your couch, with your head hanging just past the edge so it can move freely. Start neutral, eyes forward. Then slowly drop your ear toward your shoulder. No twisting, no jerking, just clean side-to-side bending. Control it on the way back up. That's 1 rep. If you're brave enough, you can do this one with the infamous head harness too. Go for 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps each side. Keep it controlled. Keep it clean. Wrapping it up. Alright, let's wrap this up. Here's the summary of your neck workout. Your neck can handle high volume, but for most people, hitting this 1 to 2 times a week is plenty to see real gains. If you want to speed things up and your neck feels rested, you can push it to 3 or 4 sessions a week. Just listen to your body. Don't be the guy who can't turn his head for a week. Green was that guy. It's a bad week. And remember, apply progressive overload if you want to maximize hypertrophy. Add a couple more reps, add some weight, or change the tempo. The goal is simple. Challenge your neck a little more every week. Do that consistently, and just like your chest, back, or legs, you'll stack size, strength, and stability until your neck goes from the thing you forgot existed to the thing nobody can skip looking at. One honest note, straight from Green, who has earned the right to say it. If any of this brings on sharp pain, dizziness, or headaches that don't settle, that's not toughness. That's a signal. Back off and go see a qualified professional. A thick neck isn't worth a wrecked one. And hey, if you'd rather learn from Green's mistakes than make your own, like and subscribe. Worst case, you end up with a stronger neck than his. That bar, as always, is on the floor.